It's Jason here from Circle Star Farms and Outdoors, beautiful Anderson, Texas. And we are here with Frank Baird and Marcus Poffenberger. We left last week talking about our hunt in New Zealand. We're on top of a mountain. I'd just taken my tar.
Marcus has got a tar.
Marcus has got a tar and a chamois. We're in a helicopter. I shoot, and I guess we got to pick up from there because I mean, we're obviously we've been talking about this for the last hour. This is turning into a 2-week segment. That's why we're coming in kind of in the middle of it right now at a full adrenaline rush. So
I
feel like I'm there right now.
I'm still on the mountain.
I'm still on the mountain.
I'm still on the mountain. So I'd shot. Helicopter comes in, picks me up with my animal, and we come to you guys who are getting hypothermia on top of a mountain, standing there waiting.
Just thankful that you're coming back.
Honestly, that was
He either hit or he ran out of bullets, and they're coming back. That's all right.
So
awesome.
We're safe.
So we're going to pick up there. So y'all see the helicopter coming in.
Yeah, and we thought you hit it. And next thing we know, we both videoed, and you see this helicopter peeking over the top of this mountain, and
you have to wait for a second to see the rope because everything's hanging below.
That's what you're looking for.
We just see the blades coming up, and then here's a helicopter, and it rises up, and then there's a tar on the rope.
Yeah, and you're like, this is freaking awesome.
You did it.
Yeah. So then Gary gets to set up. We take some really cool photos, do a little quick video, hop back in the chopper, and on to the house for celebratory drinks.
Yeah. So that was the 3 animals on that trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then,
and this all happened somehow. All happens within an hour and a half.
That's round trip.
That's round trip. That's flying 30 miles.
I thought it was a little longer than that. It seemed like
it seemed like it was forever, but we were
hours.
back, and it was an hour and a half.
It was dark when we were coming back, though.
Yeah, but it was because it was raining. It was the weather. It came in. If you look at like the pictures of my tar, it's just misty, raining, just kind of.
When before we got on this, again, we were looking for an excuse to not go. And Marcus, the whole time, he's like, "Oh, they're going to call it. It's going to get rained out."
There's no way. You see that rain coming over the mountain?
No way.
No, hey guys, I'm just going to go ahead and call it right now. I'm not going.
No, Gary had other plans.
Yeah, he did. But thankfully we did it, because honestly, that was.
You want to talk about a hero's welcome?
Oh my God!
When we got the animals hanging down,
the kids, dude.
So helicopter pulls up in Gary's backyard, like at the lodging, dips down and puts slack in the rope that's holding the animals, and that disconnects the rope, and then he lifts up and kind of backs up, drops down, and we get out. And we've got our animals there. We're there. Pulled a chamois out of the
bonus chamois.
The bonus
chamois.
Yeah. Out of the little side cart. And the kids, everybody's just over the top.
Yeah.
And want to know how we're doing. And we're good. We're good.
We're loving life.
We're not sure we thought about it yet. We think we're good.
No.
Yeah. It takes you a while to kind of process it.
I don't think you can. I don't think you can decompress enough, because even that, actually for the rest of the week, we were like, how would you describe that?
Yeah.
And I could come up with like intense.
Adrenaline.
Adrenaline.
I mean, I remember getting back to the lodge, and mind you, I hadn't fired a shot to this point. I just was along for the ride, and my wife, she was so envious. She wanted to go so bad in the helicopter because her grandfather was a crop duster.
And I didn't know this.
Yeah, so she's used to extreme stuff like that. And she was like, "I'm shocked you didn't get sick." And I was like, I loved every second of that. That was incredible. I would put it, it's like riding a roller coaster with a gun.
Yeah, and I think you add in Gary's attitude.
Probably
to
not near safe.
No,
I mean, it is safe. No, it is safe. But
it is safe.
You're not attached to rails.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, there's no rails.
There's a lot of trust going on with Gary.
Yeah.
You put Gary's attitude with that. Where like Gary is like the world's greatest hunter.
For real.
And he really is. And he's just so sweet, nonchalant, and just quiet and hilarious guy. But when you put him in a helicopter,
there's an intensity that comes over us.
You can't match like that. That's his happy place.
Yeah.
It seems like, and maybe he's like, man, I'm just as scared to show. I don't know, but it seems like he's so excited to be there. You want to be there with him, and you want to do everything he says he tells you to do.
Yeah.
and that's like the recipe for success.
You want to make daddy happy.
Yeah. So you just like you're along with like the greatest hunter ever, doing the funnest thing that he does in life, and you're just like, it's hard to put it in words.
And I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit because I gotta give Gary props on this. So the next day there was a family going, and they had a 10-year-old girl, how
15?
old was it? 15?
Yeah.
Was it 15?
Mark, I think, is 15.
And then a husband and wife, and the 10-year-old was going to shoot a tar. And how
now
it is incredible that happened.
For her, I will give her this, for her age,
she's very capable.
very capable. Brought the intensity. Like
She's very
was,
intense.
Yes.
She's not like a 10-year-old boy.
No,
she was going to match Gary's energy.
And I will say, women typically seem to be a lot better shot when it comes to actual bullet placement and stuff like that. They get very technical with it, and they can follow orders much more better than men.
But after what we had experienced the day before, all of us were like,
we're taking bets.
Yeah,
like,
we're like,
I'm not trying to bet against anybody.
No.
This is going to be tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Gary got it done. And they even had so much fun that the dad ended up shooting a tar as well. I mean, how freaking cool is that?
I think she got hers at her first shot.
On her first shot.
Yeah, she got
nailed
her first shot.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, she made sure to tell everybody too.
How many shots did it take
I think
you?
she came up
be
to me.
proud.
I think she came up to me. She's like, "How many shots did yours take?" And I was like, "I think 8." She's like, "Oh, I got mine on my first." All right.
But that's also a testament to how good Gary is, because he can go from level like our level of to taking a family out, and still I don't know what he adjusted, but he
I'm sure there was some adjustment.
Yeah, but he did it, and then he came back. Everybody that went out there to shoot something came back with animals,
right?
So it was impressive,
very impressive.
Yeah, and another cool family that we went like everybody, and I know you had a lot to do with this putting the group together, but
Kristen did.
Oh, well.
I had like 2% to do with
Okay,
this.
you're 2%.
Kristen, God bless her.
It clicked.
It did. It did.
Yeah,
and it's funny because like
did.
I've been fortunate enough to do trips like this since I was 7, realistically, and I've learned so much growing up in this world. Like, you ask a lot of questions. I do, and my wife does too. Is like, because you're spending, like we did 14 days together with your spouses and your kids, and then you throw.
And that's hard for anybody. It doesn't matter
It is.
It's just you and your spouse and your family.
Right,
14 days is a long time to be stuck together.
You got to ask a lot of questions. And like, honestly, when we put this group together, I was like, this is going to work. This is going to be great. Like all these families get along. We have a lot of the same values, and it just worked. It clicked. It was awesome. And then you throw in, an amazing outfit that freaking Gary runs. And
it's a very family-centered outfit. Like he has his whole family working there. He has and so it's for us having like Gary's kids. There's daughters who I say kids. They're all half grown. Just offer to take the kids to go do stuff, which is probably another topic, but another day. But yeah, just take them so we could just go hunt. Yeah. And they were like, no, we're gonna watch the kids. We got it.
Yeah.
And not just watch them, have activities for them. And not just
not just sitting at the house.
No, they took them on walkabouts and had adventures.
Yes.
And, which was unexpected. It was a great surprise, but it made the kids just as memorable for the kids.
I think let's move into kind of the next day's adventures.
That was day 2.
That was day 2. So now, Marcus is kind of like, well, I'm done. I want Carrie to shoot a stag, and Jason was going to go see if he could find a stag. So I told Jason, I said, hey, I'm going to go. I want to be there when Carrie.
Obviously,
So that'd be really cool. So I tag along with Marcus and Carrie the next day. Mind you, the women and the kids at this point were constantly doing activities that we're not hunting. So don't feel like, oh, you have to hunt there 24/7. I mean, can it be that? Absolutely. Like it's a sportsman's paradise. So anyhow, we went out with. That was the day that the kids were going up in the chopper. Yes. So my wife
that comes into play here.
It does come to play. So my wife stays back with the kids and a couple of the ladies that work there. And Gary says, "Hey, I got a surprise for the kids because we're going to fly the chopper back after we take the Lankitises out and do a hunt with them in the morning." He goes, "I want to put all the kids in there and just do a little 10-minute just
buzz around.
buzz around,
Walk
kind of
about.
show the kids the valleys, and let them play in a helicopter. Like, when does a kid, we had 6-year-olds. We had how old is Jace? 8, 9.
Yeah,
10.
Almost 10.
I mean, so when does a kid get to do that? That's freaking awesome. And so anyhow, I go out with Carrie, and it was super foggy that morning. The stag just really aren't moving a whole lot. They are just bedded, and we couldn't get close enough really to judge them well. I remember we were really struggling with that. Anyhow, we kind of plucked out one that, she wanted to get a better look at, and we were going to try and make a move on. And it seemed like, how long did we sit on that stag?
At least 45 minutes, it seemed like.
Yeah.
It was sitting on the stag. The stag's on the hill. It's probably 100+ foot elevation.
Just bedded?
Bedded down.
About 250 yards.
250 yards out. And he's bedded down up there, and he's not moving. And it's cloudy. And there's clouds coming in to where you can't even see the animals.
Yeah. You can barely see an outline.
You're high enough up to where the cloud, it's weird how it moves in and out, the fog's a cloud and everything, where something can be just super visible 1 minute, and literally 3-4 minutes later, it's just gone.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to film with my good camera, and it just got to the point where it's not worth it. I'm looking at milk.
Yeah.
So I just turned it off and let the hunt happen.
Yep. And so we're sitting on the stag, and next thing we know...
it's bedded down for 45 minutes, and it won't get up. There's 2 others with it. They're up. They're just chilling. But her stag is sleeping on top of this hill. All the vitals are covered. There's like no shot.
There's no shot.
But it got up.
Yeah, then we hear,
Then it got up.
then we hear a sound in the distance.
And
Unplanned.
yeah, unplanned completely. And anyhow, so we hear the helicopter coming, and Jackson was like, "Oh, Carrie, get ready. That stag might get up." Sure enough, he gets up and is kind of slowly walking up to the crest of this mountain, and Carrie made a freaking phenomenal shot.
One shot.
Just put it right where it needed to be.
Nice.
And stag falls over dead, whatever. And about that time, I even had a video, and you can see it in the video when she shoots a stag, and you can hear the chopper getting louder and louder and louder.
Yeah, it's quiet, and then all of a sudden, right before she shoots, you can hear it peeling off because it noticed us.
Yeah.
His wife's up there. You can tell it. But they see us.
The wife
and they
and
go,
all the kids.
they're like, oh, look at all those
kids.
pretty stags.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they go, oh, look at those hunters. And they see Carrie lined up on it. And then in the video, right before she shoots, you hear the helicopter just peeling off, just getting on it, like getting out of there. And
so then we're walking up to the stag, and all the guides have radios that they communicate with each other and the lodge. And Gary comes on the radio.
I'm right next to Gary when this happens too. By the way, it was fantastic.
Oh, it's great. So he comes on the radio, and he goes, "Copy, Frank." And mind you, I don't have a radio, but he knows I'm with someone that has a radio. So Jackson hands me the radio, and he goes, "It's for you." And I'm like, "That's not good." He gets on there, and he says, "Hey, just want to let you know that little flyover was my number 2 in command. I'll have a discussion with her when she gets back."
He wanted to know he didn't have anything to do with
yeah,
it.
he was going to wash his hands of that mishap.
And apparently he helped us out, but he did not help out Wade and Miss Rachel very much at all.
Because they were on a stag for
had the
longer than Carrie was.
opposite effect.
They were on a bedded stag. They could just see his horns in some real thick scrub brush or whatever. And when the chopper flew over, he ran out, like gone out. So,
But they were on that one for like 2 hours.
yeah, they were
sitting on that animal for a
while. So I mean, but we all got a good laugh out of it.
But good sports.
Yeah, I mean, everybody they thought it was the funniest thing ever,
Especially the kids.
Oh, the kids loved it.
Yeah. So we get back to the house, and this is, I guess, my part of the story for a little bit. So unbeknownst to me, one of the other guys there, Mr. Wade, he has told Gary, he said, "Look, I've had such a good time on that helicopter. I want to do it again." So Gary says, he gets the helicopter situated. It's coming back. And Gary tells me, he says, "Hey, you're not walking up on the mountain anymore. I'm taking you and your wife. We're going to a different part." And I'm like, okay. So we get on the chopper, and it is a to where we even start hunting, it is about a 45-minute helicopter ride. And you just keep seeing these mountains and mountains and mountains. They get taller and taller and bigger and bigger.
This is the Southern Alps. So you're like, picture the Alps. That's this.
Yeah. So and it's the weirdest thing because like where Marcus and I and Jason hunted the day previous was super rocky, not a lot of vegetation, just some scrub brush, but a lot of just like rock shale. And we topped this mountain that's basically in the clouds. I didn't even know a helicopter could fly this high, by the way. And it turns to just evergreen, like
the tropics.
The tropics, yeah. It was the weirdest freaking thing. It was like ferns and moss all over the ground, like these beautiful glacier lakes and all this stuff. And we topped this mountain, and Pete and Gary get on the radio, and he goes, "Well, we're starting to hunt now." And, they do their thing. They're nose diving and peeling and all this stuff. And the first one we get out on, and he actually gets me out, and I'm videoing for Wade. And God bless him, I'm going to tell this story. But he completely whiffed on a tar about 4 times, and we didn't get that one. But in his defense, I mean, it was quite a ways out there and moving quickly. And in this area, it's very difficult shooting because when you're up in the air, the bushes look like, oh, that's just stuff that's like knee high. No, it's like 8 foot tall. It's the craziest stuff. So anyhow, we get him on another tar, makes an amazing shot, rolls it, kills it, all great. While they dropped us out, Pete had kind of made a little circle, and he found another group. Well, Gary, jerks me in the helicopter, and
he does what?
Yeah, he aggressively
Classic
gets me
Gary.
in the helicopter. You get so much of that adrenaline just pumping through your body, and we jump out on a little riverbank, and I mean, he is immediate before I can even stand up. The rifle's in my chest, and he's like, "Shoot it, shoot it, shoot it!" And I'm like, "Where?" And I look up, and the tar is coming right down parallel to me at like 80 yards. I throw up on the tar, and I'm just squeezing that trigger, and it will not fire. And it's because I forgot to click it off safety. So the pilot radios to Gary, and he goes, "What, did y'all get it? What happened?" And he said, and I quote, "I lost my gun."
That's the worst thing you could be told by
The
Gary.
amount of, oh God, like I didn't even know how to react. I was so.
I don't know how you're over it.
I'm not fully. I mean, I just was so disappointed in myself. These wonderful people were
Not to
privileged
mention
enough.
Gary's disappointment.
Oh God. So anyhow, we get back on the chopper. We go pick Wade's up, and I'm thinking like, well, that was it, because it's starting to get sort of dark at this point. And I was like, well, that was my one chance, and I'm okay with that. I'm dealing with that in my own time, and I'm like, well, there's still time. I can go up the mountain and get a tar, And that was not it. So he kind of does another little
Gary
run.
makes it happen again.
Yeah. And we find, in my opinion, probably one of the biggest body tars I have ever seen or ever touched. And he jumps out of the helicopter's hovering at about 8 feet above a fern bush.
Tree.
Yeah. Gary jumps in it, and he jerks me out of the helicopter by my leg onto himself, and he pretty much catches me like a man would catch his child. And he this time though the action was open on the rifle, so I just closed the action and off to work I went. And the tar's like 60 yards just hauling butt. The first shot I shoot right behind it. It's the weirdest thing. Gary comes right over my shoulder, and he like whispers to me, but somehow I hear it. It's like, "Aim."
Oh.
And then, of course, then I was like really feeling the pressure. So I killed him on the next shot. And it's just, to this day, I just don't have words for it. I mean, it was so amazing. I mean, we got amazing pictures with 2 tars on the back, the chopper, and Yeah, I mean, it was awesome. Most incredible country I've ever seen over there. Yeah. I mean, it was a lot of what, when I listened to your podcast on the North Island, that's what I pictured.
Lush, yeah. That's when you talk about it. That's what
I mean, you literally jump into moss with water in it.
That's basically West Coast, right? The West Coast is
that's where we were at. We were on the West Coast, and just completely different terrain over there. And so that was that day, and that was just awesome. I mean, the helicopter thing, for anybody that, and I'll be honest, so I've done it both ways, right? I've walked up the mountain and I've done the helicopter. They're so, and I described it this way to the buddy of mine that I went up on the mountain with the last time. Yes, is it as physical? No. Is it as the difference is when you walk up on that mountain, it's a physical suck the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
You're mentally trying to fight that demon off the whole time. And then you get like maybe 10 microseconds of adrenaline, right when you are going to squeeze that trigger finally. And that's great. And I love that aspect of hunting, for sure.
That's what we do in Colorado every year. I get that.
I will still do it. I'm not going to say I won't ever do that. I love that. As long as my body can do it, I want to do it again. The helicopter thing is so adrenaline rushing for
it's
45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, like, physically, I was drained when I got done. Like, I don't know how I did that twice.
I don't know how you did it either. We even said that at the end of the first day.
It is just like your emotion is so spiked for so long, and it is such a weird thing. It really is. And to be honest, like, I don't know, it would take you a month to hike back there where we were.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
literally probably take you a month.
Yeah. I mean, we crossed, I don't know how many mountains and ranges, and I'm good. I'm not that mad at a tar. I mean, let's call it what it is. So anyhow, that was that day. And I don't know what day that was.
A lot more success happening that day. That's when. So Ash, Marcus's son, that's the day he got his tar.
Sorry, his ram.
His ram.
It's not a sheep; it's a ram.
Yeah. There's a big difference.
Arapawa ram, I think. Arapawa, which is native ram. Some Captain somebody brought him over there 200 years ago.
Captain Cook.
Yep.
Captain Cook.
And that's what they ate on. They released in the mountain. They're still there. Ash got his ram that afternoon.
So y'all already had the talks? He'd worked through
We had the talks. We
fears
discussed it. I'm like, again, I would be proud of you no matter what. You don't have to pull the trigger. He said, Dad, I'm going to do it. I thought, okay, I'm going to pressure you a little bit when we get up there. So same deal. We get out there. Jackson and Bo do a heck of a job with patience and getting them on animals, talking them through it, not pushing them. We finally stalked this one ram for probably a good hour. We get set up on him maybe twice, and he's starting to go over this hill, and it's like you're gonna either shoot or you're not. Like I told Ash, I said, look, dude, I mean, I'm just not trying to be rude, but like the guides are here. We've done a lot of work. Are we gonna go through with this, or are we gonna go home now? And he just started tearing up. He's like, no, I'm shooting it. And he gets behind that gun and he pulls the trigger. And I didn't even care if he hit it. I was just so proud of him for taking the shot or making that decision that I'm going to try. He was afraid to miss. He was afraid to wound it, whatever. And lo and behold, when the ram's about 50 feet up on a little bluff, he's 150 yards from this ram. He's never taken a shot that far. And the ram's kind of quartering away, and the ram's looking back at him. And if you look at the video later, his horn is kind of somewhat covering up his vitals on this side, his shoulder. And when he shoots, we couldn't tell if he hit him really good. We could tell, like, we looked at the video, and I mean, a little piece flew out in the air. Like, you saw a little piece fly in the air. But we saw the wind get knocked out of him. I mean, his breath was knocked out. We couldn't tell if he hit him good. Turns out he smacked him square through the horn. And if he would have been an inch either way, he'd have killed that in the high back. He smacked it in the horn, knocked a little piece off of it. And Ash was crying. He's like, I missed him. And Jackson's like, no, mate, you hit him. Like, you did it. Like, you hit him. And I tried to explain to Ash, like, it's like, I said, we can do a follow-up shot on. We'll finish him off. We'll get him. And he's like, I don't want to do the follow-up shot, Dad. And he was like, but I want you to do it. And I'm like, I'm not going to take the follow-up shot because if I miss, I'm never going to hear the end of this. And so I gave him this whole line. I said, you know, Ash, when you're hunting in an outfit like this, it's customary to let your guide, your professional hunter, do the follow-up shot for you. And he looks at Jackson with his big eyes. He said, will you take the follow-up shot? And Jackson's like, man, I'll take the shot. Jackson missed twice. No, he shoots at this ram.
Didn't hear this part.
You didn't hear this. He shoots at this ram, and the ram by now he's like 200 yards away.
Damn, you threw Jackson under the bus.
Yeah, you did.
No, he was doing a heck of a job.
I can picture all the guys right now in the skinny shed listening to this podcast, and he's there. They're all just looking at him like, oh.
In his defense, it was a long shot. It was 200 yards, and the ram was cooking. All right, he was not happy about getting shot in the horn.
And they're also saying 200 yards isn't a long shot.
Yeah.
200 yards uphill across the meadow, whatever, in the fog.
No
but anyway,
idea.
so he misses twice, and we finally end up getting back on this ram, and Jackson finishes it off for Ash. And but Ash was proud of himself for actually going through taking the shot, and I was proud of him.
And he hit it.
And I was telling the story the other day at the market. Somebody was asking me about it, and Ash was kind of sitting over there. And like as I'm telling this little story about how he took the shot, Ash looked over at me and just started grinning. And I could tell like his pride of me telling the story of him taking the shot. I was like, that was worth it.
You've created a monster.
No, I'll open the door.
Yeah. All of us.
Oh, definitely open the door.
All of us.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we ended up getting a rug off of it. He took all kinds of cool pictures with it. Jackson let him help him cut it up, which Ash loves to do that. But yeah, that was a great experience.
That's awesome. Well, hey guys, we got to take a quick break. Thank our sponsors, and then we will come back, and I get to talk about shooting my stag.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty epic time too. All right, guys, take it away. All right, again, thank you to our sponsors, which happen to at least 2 out of 3 of them happen to be here today. So we appreciate you guys, and we are now at the point in the hunt where I get to go. I finally found a stag that I want. So I'm out with my 2 amazing guides, Victor and Henry, and I've made them work. Like, we're being picky, and they're being picky too. They know what I'm after. They know how I'm willing to work for it. I think at this point, they know my capabilities, and we're starting to get to know each other. So we go out and scout a little bit, and we see a few stags, not the right one, and it doesn't really take us long. After we go out, maybe an hour, to where we spot 3 that are bedded up together, and 1 or 2 of them looks really good. And they're probably, at the point we spot them, maybe 800 yards away. So, it's time to move in. They do like they do. They take their spotting scopes and hand me the rifle, and we actually get to move through a creek, a low water, or it's a creek, so it's got a lot of vegetation in there. So it's not real sneaky walking, getting up to them.
Right.
And we pop out every once in a while. They reaffirm with the spotting scope, hey, he looks good. He's this one, and they are very, very meticulous on, because you do, to an extent, you get charged by the size within certain limits of a stag. They don't want to make a mistake, and if they do make a mistake, it goes on them, not you. So if they're telling you, hey, this is the stag you want, it's in your class. You go by what they say. Mm-hmm. So, and they're just, that's it. And I'm looking at it, and all of them just look amazing to me.
Yeah.
Everyone. And I'm like, yeah. You'd be happy with that? Well, yeah, I'd be happy with any of them. Like,
just give me the green light here.
Right. I shoot, yearling spikes. I'm good with this. So we get up there, and we get about 300 yards away, and out of freaking nowhere, and I hadn't had this happen before, about 13 other stag walk out together.
Oh, God.
In amongst all of them. And I'm like, oh, this is how bad stuff happens.
Yeah.
Start writing checks.
Yeah, this is how you start
How
writing
many
checks.
bullets we got?
So we dip back down, come back up, and dude, we're not far. I'm thinking maybe 180, 190 yards. And I have time. It's not like a quick shot or anything. I have time to put it on the tripod. They stand up. The shot's actually on our Facebook page. The 3 of them start walking off together, and they kind of walk at the end of, they kind of decide, hey, this big herd's going this way, then maybe they know where they're going, we'll follow them. So they get up, And at first, there's no shot. They're kind of stacked in on each other. And Victor does his little meh, meh, and mine turns to the side. And it was all in all pretty quick, pretty easy, painless, which it's funny how hunts like that happen. Sometimes you can suffer and suck through a lot of it. This one wasn't one of those. Shot was perfect. Animal didn't go anywhere. And it was nothing but hugs and high fives after that. Just like with them, your guides, they're trained so good. We get over there, take all the photos, fantastic photos. They captured the perfect video of the shot. I'm happy. And for me, what I wanted to do is about done. Now, I want to focus on the family and everybody else's hunts. And the big goal, right, was the stag. And we got the stag. So from there, it was, I get to do my little victory lap back to the house where everybody's staying and show it off. And, the wife comes up, Max, a lot more excited than she probably was because she knew what a big deal it was to me. My kid, too, he's just, congratulations, Dad. And it was awesome. And we were in for the evening, and then everybody rolls up from the end of their hunt, and I get to show everything off.
Yeah, it was cool.
And everybody else. So that was a cool moment.
Yeah.
And
so
then,
I'm gonna pick it up here.
Yeah.
So the next day, I'm gonna.
That night we forgot.
What?
That night was.
Oh
yeah. So we all get to enjoy Gary's hospitality, and I'm going to tell you, when the food is next level, there was never ever anything that wasn't a 10 out of a 10, and there was always food. But the dietary restrictions, my wife and Marcus are both gluten free, and because of that, there's a bunch of stuff they don't get to eat here. Well, Gary made sure they got to eat it there.
There was a gluten free option for everything they made.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
amazing.
And these little guys was what the kids wanted. And guys on YouTube can see it. Not like our possums. The Australian or New Zealand possum is
so beautiful.
Yeah,
so
soft.
every night the kids were going out possum hunting.
All right, so in the evening, we have the palatial spread. Everybody has the good meal. There's always cupcakes too, which is a big deal. Every meal, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you got cupcakes.
Yes.
But they cater to the family, really cater to the kids, and each night we're going to get to go on the possum hunt. And Jace happens to be first. We get out. We drive with Victor and Henry about 20 minutes, don't see anything, and then catch some eye shine. There's actually 3 in a tree. And one immediately, before we even get it out of the vehicle or start moving towards it, bails. He's the only one that had any sense.
Smart possum.
Yeah. We get up there, and Jace is, they're shining it. He's looking through the scope. And can you see it? And he's having a little trouble seeing it. Finally sees it. When you see it, just shoot it between the eyes, shoot it in the head. And dude, he just dumps that first one, and we're like, whoa! Just plops out. We get the second one. It falls, and I don't know what happened. It died and came back alive, and it starts running. And Victor and Henry are not going to let this thing get away. And they start sprinting. And when I say sprinting, like only somebody in the early 20s could do. And it's nighttime, and there's rocks. And I see Victor just eat it. Like he goes off to the left on a drop off, and he just disappears, and we can hear him go down. And then Henry's running, and the possum cuts to the left and runs like into a bush. And I see him do, the best thing I can describe is fly like Superman. He just throws his arms out and legs and like flies for a second and lands in a bush. And the whole time I'm like, it's a possum, guys.
I know.
But
It's a freaking possum, guys.
It's super important to Jace. And I'll never forget, because I see Victor getting up, and I'm worried about his knee. Like when he went down, that hurt my knee. And then I'm like, Henry, are you okay? And he comes out of this bush, and he lifts his arm up, and he's holding a possum tail. Like, there's no way you caught that dive. Yeah, I don't know what sports they play over there, but, but they obviously
all of them. Possum catching, apparently.
Possum catching's a major one.
Yeah.
So we do that. We actually go down. We're able to get another one. So Jay's got 3 possums, and really all 3 color phases, which was really cool. So we got a black, a silver, and kind of a blonde, which we're I think going to get a pillow made out of, and Jace needs a stuffy.
Yeah.
So
Gotta get the kids
that'd be
and
cool.
stuff,
But that's how our evening. It was. And we had pavlova that night, which
Yeah, what do y'all think of pavlova?
I
What
think
was pavlova? What was that?
I'll
was that.
eat it every time I can ever.
Yeah. It was that. It was
like a
that,
cream cake.
So the flaky thing?
Yes, it was like that white. I don't know how you describe it. It's kind of like a meringue, I guess, but it's hardened,
Mm-hmm. Okay, I remember that.
and it had like fruit.
Yeah, some kind of like little, was it ice cream on top or like a little cream sauce on top?
I think it was
like
cream.
Or glaze?
I think it was cream.
It was delicious.
All the desserts were great.
Yeah,
and I don't
all
get
right.
dessert
we'll let
often.
we'll let the girls talk about that because they're going to do their own show.
They need to talk about the
and we will
food.
mess up how we're describing it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So anyhow,
Next morning.
Next morning, it's my kid's turn to hunt, and I have one, Hudson. He is 6 years old. Never fired a high-powered centerfire rifle. I take him out, playing with the 22. Great, all good. Give him the rifle. He literally puts 2 bullets touching each other. I'm like, okay, that's good. So we go out and we're looking for stag, and I was just gonna let him shoot a ram, but apparently it turned into a fallow hunt. So anyhow, a hunter, my oldest son, he's a very experienced hunter. He's killed numerous animals, and but he sat on this stag for probably 45 minutes in the pouring rain, and 30 degrees, and never complained.
He's locked in.
Just locked in. Yeah. And you can just see the tops of his horns, the stag, and he will just not come out. And finally, he starts kind of meandering up this valley, and Hunter makes a great shot.
Now, he had no idea he was going to shoot a stag.
No, and I didn't either, honestly. But he made a phenomenal shot on a beautiful animal. We got great pictures. And then I kind of pulled Ben aside and I said, hey, whatever we can get within range for Hudson. Because, like, to this point, like, Hudson has also stood in this rain and is, like, super proud of his brother.
Yeah.
You know, we had a pretty good hike to get up to where he shot this thing. So we had to go through a creek and up a side of a mountain. And, I mean, he's, like, high-fiving his brother and all this stuff. And I'm like, this is going to be tough. Like, a 6-year-old in the rain, you know, never fired a centerfire rifle at wild animals. Well, we get the stag all loaded up and everything, and Ben says, well, let's check this valley over here. He says, you know, sometimes there's some fallow that hang out in this valley. And we go down this valley, and sure enough, there's a big broke-horn fallow deer. And for whatever reason, I don't know if we experience this as much in Texas. I don't know if it's just because there's so many more of them there, and like they're just so much bigger. They'll break off inside the head,
in the skull.
Yeah, and like they won't grow it. But you know, Ben had told me, he says, hey, I actually got the other side to this one, and I'm like, that's perfect. You know, it's 120 yards from where we're at. Well, we get Hudson up there, and he can't close his left eye. He just doesn't. He doesn't have the muscle to do it, I guess. I don't know. Well, find out. My dad shoots that same way. He leaves both eyes open. Anyhow, fast forward, get him all set up on the bipod, and Ben is just, all the guides are just unbelievable with the kids. I mean, just super patient, just, you know, coaching him up the whole time. He's like describing Hudson, you know, what do you see? You know, describe his shoulder to me, you know, all this stuff. And I mean, this kid walks up there with such confidence, just like,
He just saw his big brother do it.
yeah, I mean, he's like, oh, I got this, you know. And maybe it is a little brother, big brother. I was going to tag off of something you said about Ash earlier. Ash doesn't, and maybe Laney, I guess, but like the difference I see in Hudson and Ash is like Hudson has that, oh, I got to do it because big brother did it. Like, gotta get it. Yeah. And maybe it's because it's a sister. He doesn't have that. Like
Ash is still trying to work it out in his head. He's not doing it out of like mimicking somebody. He's trying to figure out, do I want to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyhow, we get Hudson set up, and you know, Ben and I are both kind of nervous, to be honest with you. And Ben's right next to him. I'm right behind him, and he's describing this thing in the scope. And Ben kind of looks at me funny, and he's like, "Let me look, buddy." And he leans over, and I mean, he's like, "The crosshairs are freaking perfect, like right behind the shoulder." And I'm like, let him shoot. So he shoots just like couldn't have placed a bullet better. The thing rolls over, dies, you know, and he's giving everybody high fives, gives Ben a big hug, and he's all excited. First words out of his mouth, I kid you not. He turns to his brother and he goes, "I only had to shoot it once." I'm like, wow.
Yeah, now that's the animal you
Yeah, that's the problem right there. But he was, and then he told him, he says, come to find out what he meant, and this is Hudson's words, he meant he was jealous he only got to shoot it once because it looked like Hunter had more fun shooting.
That was great recovery.
Yeah, good recovery. That's what I said too.
Yeah.
He gets sharp.
Yeah, he is sharp.
I'm glad you missed. I get to hunt. You get to hunt more. You get another hunt.
Yeah.
So then we get back to the lodge, and it rains pretty hard that day. I don't know if y'all remember that, but it was just kind of a miserable day. So anyhow, we get all that done, and it's beautiful. And actually, the sun ends up coming out that evening, and Gary kind of pulls me aside, and I had known, like, he's kind of made this trip extra special, right? Like, normally he doesn't allow that many kids normally don't come to his
that many
lodge.
family. Yeah.
That was a lot. That was a big, favor type deal for me, and I greatly appreciate it. Obviously,
But they're so good at handling it.
So
they were.
You wouldn't
have known it.
Yeah. Didn't run daycare.
But anyhow, he comes to me and he's like, "Hey, I got a deal." He goes, "You pick whoever you want, to give this deal to." But basically, he had a stag that had done the same thing as Hudson's fallow deer. It had broke that horn off in the skull, and he goes, "But I have the other side," and it's like a freaking 500-inch stag. I mean, just like stupid big stag.
Massive.
I'm still saying
Enormous.
503.
3,
like
5,
huge.
5. Yeah, it's massive.
Huge.
Yeah, it's-
And so I tell Marcus about it, and of course, the wine was kind of flowing and the drinks and stuff, and he's like, "Done deal. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's say less."
I don't know why you're asking.
Yeah, he's like, "Was this a question? Like,
Yeah.
what are we talking about?" So that's when the three of us, the tripod, actually got to hunt all three together, because like I was done, Jason was done.
I was actually done. I wasn't going to shoot
Oh no,
anything
you were not done.
until
you thought you were done.
Until
I thought I was done too.
Yeah.
I wasn't done.
And then that opportunity arose, and I was I'm not going to pass this up.
Yeah.
This is too good of a deal. I'll never get to do this again.
Well, I'll tell you what, before we hop into that, let me tell, that way, I guess all the kids will be out of the way. I'll tell Jace's quick story.
Yep.
And then this will all roll into to next week's where we do the finale. And then after that, the girls get to come in and tell how we're wrong on all of this. And,
Yes, we're completely wrong.
How they actually turned out to be much worse hunters than we did. And it was proven, it was actually quantified that because we broke up into teams, and I can't wait to talk about that.
Oh God.
But so Jace, day 2, my little 9-year-old, he spotted a ram, and he worked so hard to get it, and that's what he wanted. And he saw sheep. They're like, "Man, we get a sheep easy." No,
Or goat. It was a goat,
yeah.
wasn't it?
Goat.
He's like, "Oh, goat." He's like, "No, I don't want goat."
And a fallow. I think
He's
you
like,
said
no,
fallow.
it got worse and worse. So like, I wanted him to kill.
And you're just like, what about that, dude?
And at one point, he gets kind of a shot, and it's over 200 yards. It's on that really, really steep backside of the back of the property, where we spend a lot of time glassing, us three. He makes the shot, he shoots, and Victor says he thought it was low. He didn't do any type of compensating or anything.
It's hard to tell on a ram.
It is.
Because they are woolly.
Yeah, they're woolly,
thick.
and then it was pretty foggy, pretty cloudy. It kept moving in and out, so he wasn't going to give up. So we hunted the rest of that day, and this is morning time. We hunt the rest of the day trying to find this thing, and we're just glassing mountainside, everywhere, to no avail. And I feel bad for kid. A management fallow walks out, and I'm like, "Dude, fallow." Like, and he's
Game
like,
just changed.
"No, I want my ram." I'm like, "All right."
I mean, you got to respect that.
did. He was
on target.
You got
I
to
did.
really respect that.
So we keep pushing and hunting, and I'm at this point. I'm like, I want him to get it, but there's other animals probably that we're running across. So we're going down a creek, and
I was with you on this
yeah,
one.
and an elk comes up. No, this one.
You remember what happened? Do you remember what happened when we came in for lunch? What Gary told the guides?
Oh no, that's the next day.
Was it?
Yeah, that was the next day. That night, an elk comes out who's probably 360-inch elk, but he's really wonky on one side. And they're like, they came to me and like, hey man, we'll make you a heck of a deal. Just he go ahead and seal the deal. I'm like, man, I'm not letting him get a 360-inch elk.
He's 9.
He's 9, bro.
9, dude.
Where do you go up from there?
So we leave empty hand, and I tell him several times through the whole hunt. I was like, "Hey, there's a good chance if this is the animal you want, and you become obsessed with it, and you pass up other opportunities, that you will go home empty-handed." And he said, "That's okay, just flat out, that's okay."
I mean, he's better than most
That's
men.
solid.
So it was. So that evening, we come in, and Gary hears about all this. And
Well, he hears about the struggles.
he hears about the struggles.
Yeah, and also to kind of build on this next week's story that we're going to tell, there's a little bit of competition between the guides at this point because they're all dealing with younger kids and like first time hunters, and like so there's like they have like A team and a B team is how they're calling it, and
I
like
think that's how Ben was calling it.
that's exactly how Ben was calling it. So like there's a little bit of like, oh, you can't even get a kid a freaking ram. Like, what are y'all doing?
And it just so happens, we'll lead into this, but the guides, the A team and the B team, happen to be kind of divided evenly amongst North Island and South Island of New Zealand.
Yes.
Which
made it even deeper. It's so great.
You got an internal gang fight going on.
So anyhow,
competition was way deeper than we
hold
realized.
on. Because that conversation happened the next night.
Yeah.
So let's go back to this. Let's rewind a little bit.
So it's that night.
So Gary overhears that they're struggling, and he tells the guides, and I don't know if he was kidding. Like we all kind of laughed about it, but he didn't really laugh that much. But he was like, "I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if y'all do not get this boy a ram, none of y'all are getting paid tomorrow." And holy crap, you might as well have told Delta Force, like,
Oh.
Obama's over there, don't go kill it, or
Yeah.
I don't even know. Osama.
Osama.
Wow.
Clean that up.
Osama.
Clean that up quick.
Let me get right on that.
Yeah. That didn't happen.
They went out like freaking the most
Like the
tactical
Delta Force,
stuff.
they went out everywhere.
They were gonna find a freaking ram, and it was awesome.
And they found his ram.
Yeah,
And he knew
had
his
picked
ram.
out a specific
He knew the
one.
ram.
And the
that
white face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knew the ram, and we were able to get up on it within 200 yards. And this one's another video on Facebook page. It's great. And he puts the perfect shots on it.
Oh, great shot.
And of course they film it again and take awesome video and photos of it. And the kid's so stoked, so pumped.
The only thing I wish I messed up on the video because I was actually behind him a little bit, and I stopped recording like 3 seconds too soon, because as soon as he shoots and you see the ram kind of fall, he turns around and throws both of his hands up, and it's just like, yes. I mean, just like he had won the Super Bowl or something.
he
That
did.
was so freaking
To
cool.
him, it was. Yeah.
No, I mean, absolutely.
And I had to
Right,
tell him
yes.
how proud I am.
I mean, it was awesome.
He wasn't willing to settle
No,
for. And it's not the first time he's done that. He's done that with hogs before when we had a big white boar on camera, and we would just pass up pig after pig after pig. And I'm like, dude, we're here to shoot pigs. And he's like, I'm going to shoot that one.
That
and,
one.
And that one, we hunted. Last time we went out, we hunted 2 days and saw 100 pigs and didn't shoot a pig.
God.
So, all right. But anyways, so the kids have all done their thing besides a couple possum hunts.
Yeah.
Now it's time for all the big guys who haven't.
Well, besides that, I mean, we did bond a lot on that helicopter. There's no doubt about
no,
that.
we
But-
Lives were
well, we
changed.
all assumed we were going to die together at first
Yeah.
before it took off.
But it was like
Our wives were smiling a lot.
They were all
really happy to see
They
us
were
go.
literally discussing life insurance policies. They're like, man, he
so
is
happy to see
set.
us go. Wow.
so we knew we wanted to hunt again.
and he.
And with Gary being generous as he is, offering that to Marcus, that freaking massive broke horn stag.
Enormous.
It's
Enormous, and the way that hunt goes down is an epic tale in and of itself.
It is.
So, guys, we're gonna call this episode, and leave it there, and then we're going to come back and talk about when it got down to the nitty gritty, when it was North versus South, girls versus guys. And
It got weird.
It got weird. It got intense. and it got pretty underhanded. Like
it got competitive.
There was some shady
get
stuff.
There was some silent radios for a while.
I mean, yeah, vehicles getting disconnected, keys getting stolen. Like, it got weird. So, guys, we want to thank y'all so much for watching, listening.
y'all.
We really appreciate it. We will see y'all next week. Have a great weekend. Bye.